Alright, Jody, let's get this bag underway. First step, I am going to send you this file, besttemplate2.vdoc. And all you got to do is open it, and it'll open up Final Master. Boom. There is the template. First thing important to note, I'm going to write all these on the side too, and I will send you this actual file. Okay, first things. We want to have the canvas size equals legal size 8.5 by 14. And that is found here. Click your canvas anywhere, white spot, and it's right up here. So if you're starting like this, best thing to do, where did it go? Popular page sizes, legal, 8.5 by 14. Boom, you're already off to a good start. Why this size? Because this is the size of the printer paper that I use. I'm able to print a whole bag on one piece of paper. So this is the top side, fabric side, and this is going to be the suede side. Always, let me annotate that too. Fabric and suede. Come on. I got a pizza cooking right now, so I need to like do this lickety split. All right. We got fabric, suede. That's the size. Okay, see this square? It's a 7-inch square. I have it very faintly made, 7 inches. I need that whole thing filled out. So when I send you the mock-ups, you see that square with this. It's important because this square I cut out with my paper cutter, and that goes on a 7.5-inch square of fabric. So I got plenty of room to sew. There's plenty of bleed. The fabric's not going to fray and come apart because of the size. That's very important that we fill out the bleed area. This is the seam guide. This is where you can expect the seam to be, and anything past this line is going to get cut off by the actual stitch, meaning that's where I sew. When I flip it inside out, everything stops at that point. That's where the two sides of the fabric are going to meet and be joined together. So let's get this first bag underway. I already made it because I already made the video, but I screwed up the video, which is annoying. So I'm doing it all over. I hate doing things over. We'll make it all over. Start from scratch. I got your image. It's a good image. I like the image a lot. All you gotta do is drag it in the Vinyl Master. And something like that. Now, first things first, I have the DSR Vinyl Master version. So it's got a lot of nice features. I recommend upgrading to that version. Since I got my cutter through US Cutter, the vinyl cutter, the first thing they give you is a 50% off coupon on your next purchase. So I use that to upgrade Vinyl Master. And it was a good idea. This is a great program. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm going to take all the black out of this image. There's more than one way to do this, but let's do it right here in the program. I have mask tools with this version, and I'm going to select the black with the paint can, and it goes away. Boom. Now I have just the image itself, and this is transparent. Handy, because I don't know if the black that it comes with is going to be the same as the black that's in Vinyl Master. Next step, and I'm skipping a step kind of because I already know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to jump right to it. First, we're going to make our background. Just take your square tool, make a square. We're going to set it to this size. Just do a 7-inch square. Oops, not 70. I unlock the sides, unlock the aspect ratio. 7, tab 7, boom. 7-inch square. Control C, Control V to copy paste, make a second one using my arrow keys to nudge it down. If you click the canvas anywhere, you'll see your nudge value. Mine's at 1/2 inch, so when I'm hitting the arrows, it moves 1/2 inch. I'm going to select them both, go to my tools here, align, space, and distribute. Align as a group. Right now I have both selected, so they're a group, and they're both going to move. So now they're both centered. I have a nice little gap there. I want to make the gap a little bit bigger and recenter that. Having that gap there is helpful because that is how I know where to cut the paper. I have marks on my cutting board too, so if it's just one big square, that's no big deal. I'll still make it work. Okay, let's get this guy in position. Oh, where'd it go? It is behind the black layer. The black layer is on top of the image layer. So while I have... Oops. I'm just going to undo a bit. Get that image back out there. Okay, while it's selected and it's gone, you can hit Order, put it to the front. Now it's appeared. It's on top of all the other layers. Now how do we know where it is in relation to the seam? Well, down here in the bottom right, this is full color mode, solid view. Then there's wireframe mode. This is one way to get it centered up. Just kind of hit the wireframe. Now you can see through everything and size it I'm doing a shift click on the corner and dragging, and that's how I can expand the whole thing. I want to center it. Centering is good. Always be centering. ABC. Always be centering. Now this image it's kind of the way the weight of the image is. It's more on the right side. Like if I split it in half, this has less weight or volume. So I'm going to take it off center just a little, because even the 2U is not centered on the line here. So I want to put it right there. So it's not actually centered. I'll show you a trick in a second. Oh, my pizza is going off, so I'm going to pause this recording. I'll cut it out. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Now, in order to see, get a better feel for how the bag's going to look, here's a trick you can do. There's two ways to do this. This way is a little more tedious. Go to wireframe to pick something that's behind a layer that you can't see. Then you can click it, shift click. Now I've got both. And I was able to click it while it's behind another layer. Move it to the front, go back to solid view mode, and now they're on top. I'm going to hit undo to put them back. But the other way you can do it, on the right here, this little area shows all the colors that are available to select on the canvas. There's black and green. So we have black text, black squares, and the green lines. So I'm going to click the green. I've just selected all the green things. Let's say I make a square here. I make that green. If I select all the green, it's going to include that square. So I can select the green that way, pull it to the front. Boom. It's a tough one because you don't want that gap. Let's just center it. Always be centering. Follow my own rules, why don't I? Okay. You wanted a black background. Now if you sent me this, that is just fine. You can use this as we'll use this as your template eventually. I'm going to delete all these things. But if you sent me this file, I'm going to save it real quick. Save as. I'm going to put it in the right folder. It's good to keep your stuff organized, easy to find. Simple names. 2U demo. So you will send me, where is it, this file? 2U demo.vdoc. That is the Vinyl Master file. Just send that over in the email, preferably to orders@b3cornhole.com, and or my personal, whichever works best for you. Just send it on over, and I can work with that. So what I do is I'll select the border, I'll make it go away, and then I print this. Cut the squares out, sublimate it onto the fabric, and I sew. Let's do the tan one. We're going to use this same thing. All we're really changing is this color, so it's not difficult. We'll change it, save as a new file, and I'll show you how to get really good colors. This is very important because I'll make this number 2. First, second. Use CMY. Oh my god. Use cyan, magenta, yellow, black colors. That's what K is. K means black. And I forget why. There's a YouTube video on it. But CMYK. My printers have 4 colors. There's 4 cartridges. Cyan, magenta, yellow, black. So when you input the values for cyan, magenta, yellow, black, it should be the most accurate representation. It's like this square. It's right now it's 0, 0, 0, 100. 0 cyan, 0 magenta, 0 yellow, 100 black. It goes to 100 in this. To change it, we're going to go to colors, set spot color. Color model is not going to be RGB, that's red, green, blue. We're going to go down CMYK. See, 0, 0, 0, 100. Now, how do I know what to make tan? I don't. I'm going to have to figure that out. I already did. I searched for desert CMYK. In fact, let's just run through how I did it. First, I looked up tan CMYK. I didn't like these. I thought they were too light. So I looked up desert because this is a desert. And I work better with colors, or images. So I click images, look for the color I want. I liked this first one here. Thought it was a good color. And it took me to it. Unfortunately, the CMYK numbers it gave were decimals, and I can't use those. But it did give me the name. So, highlight it, right click, search, CMYK. And look at that, there it is. 0, 26, 45, 35. So we're going to put that into the values here. 0, 26, 35, 45, enter. And I believe that's right. 45, 35. I got it backwards. Okay, let's change it. 10 more yellow and 10 more less black. 10 less. That's our color. We'll hit OK. Boom. Now normally, piece of paper, this would be fine. However, suede brings us to our next point. Third, suede is always lighter. So darken it. Oh my god, I cannot type today. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me make this smaller. Boom, boom. Suede is always lighter, so darken it. How do you do that? There's 2 ways. When it's a vector like this and just a regular color, a color you can like select here. These bottom 2, this one lightens the color, this one darkens the color by a couple shades. So I'm going to click darken. I think that'd be a little too dark. So we're right back. This is where we started. This is 1 shade darker. And I think that will work fine. So I am going to save as. We'll call that one 2U tan. And what you're going to send me would be like, this was the black one and this is the tan one. Send me both those files. It's only 1.3 megabytes, pretty easy. Email should have no problem. And then there we go. That's it. I'm going to record one more video and again and go over a couple designs I did for you before and just show you how it was done. Some object manipulation, how to work vectors. So check it out.